Just answering questions with WebTech, RFI, RFC. Here we go. I'm asking a question partially. How do I undo a reporting as spam and or flagging of a comment I did by accident? The answer I've gotten so far is you can't do that. If you have your YouTube channel set to the safest mode, as sometimes called it, the bestest mode, where you have to approve all comments, if you accidentally flag something because YouTube's user interface jumps around now, same thing on the Google page, which should be the easiest, fastest loadable page on the planet, that's now making the user interface do 100 damn annoying things and taking longer to load. Thank you, Google, for undoing the functionality of the internet again. But anyway, if you flag the comment, you can't see it anymore. I was in the process of looking it up, highlighting the words the person put in because they did 2 comments. The first one got the name wrong, and the second one got the first part of the name correct, so I was highlighting the whole thing so I could just type it over in a search bar. And when I went back, YouTube had decided me highlighting something meant flag it. So that'll be our first question, our first commentary, RFI, RFC. And I probably have the correct answer on that. But anyway, FYI, if you flag something, normally it doesn't have an effect. But if you flag it on your own channel, it really makes it almost impossible for you to find something. That's, again, why I don't flag things most of the time. I've been flagging blatant virus installs and whatever links that people are leaving recently. Also, you can go to youtube.com/report history, all one word. Oddly enough, that's an old school type of URL, easily bookmarked, which of course means YouTube and Google will fuck it up as fast as they can. They don't want you to be able to have an easy to load up link so that you can just click a button, I want to check my report history, or I want to check my comment section first, and then do the login. They don't want you doing that. They have become very anti-user interface. Today, again, they made the user interface jump around and thought I flagged something when I didn't. Of all the things it could say, it could have just approved it. That would be a safe behavior, a fail-safe. This thing failed stupid. And on that note, and it's a brown note, RON Logan property trail cam in a tree. Type in on Google, after it doesn't load badly, I hope, quote, trail cam, quote, and then space, and then quote, RON Logan, quote. RON Logan is a property owner in Delphi. Trail cam and RON Logan made as statements that must be found in all of the pages. You get about 17 results, depending on what it's feeling like that moment. And out of all of them, I found the oldest comments where it doesn't matter if it was related to RON Logan, was a trail cam mentioned with RON Logan mentioned somewhere in some thread. I was being very generous with this. I also typed in trail cam and in a tree and other things. That didn't work as well as the RON Logan, in quotes, and trail cam. The first occurrence of someone mentioning a trail cam associated with the Delphi murders and or RON Logan specifically. Since it's RON Logan assertion, I looked it up. Here we go. Internet archaeology. 2017, February 22nd, 5:36 p.m., a user named Mike on truecrimeguy.com website or web sleuths. It's a mixture. As of last time I checked, they didn't tell anybody where they got that bridge guy photo from, the guy on the bridge. And then he speculated it could have been a trail cam photo, a surveillance photo, etc. He wasn't assuming it was a camera phone. 4 stinking days later, this had mutated through the game of telephone at 8:10 p.m. on the 26th of the month. Actually, 26th of the month, but the month was actually a month further down. I'm wrong here. March. Gail, at 8:10 p.m., claimed there was a wildlife trail camera in a tree, put up by a hunter, I think, reported to police, that recorded nothing. How convenient for your story. Okay. It was not hunting season. Okay. I don't know that. Also, that has nothing to do with whether or not someone can put up a trail cam. I've used them for security cameras. You get whatever's cheap and does what you want. Also, another person in the same threads said, could this have been remotely used by Bridge Guy? Why? This started off being trying to figure out where the Bridge Guy photo came from. I guess people just vaguely remember it and then regurgitate what they've only partially digested. I know this, however, from first-hand source and my source who is close to the family, Gail. Now, I don't know if this Gail actually knows anybody in the family, but these are the first assertions about it that show up even kind of related to the subject matter. Not even mentioning Ron Logan until later on. So the germ of this was people trying to figure out where the Bridge Guy photo came from, and then deciding it could have been a surveillance photo or a trail cam photo, not thinking it could be a cell phone photo, because that would introduce all sorts of problems, unless, of course, it was the victim's cell phone, which is what we now know. This then mutated into it being a wildlife or trail camera that was done up by a hunter, even though that's a very narrow interpretation of things. And people were going on and on about hunters and trail cams. Maybe we should look for all the trail cams in the area. If you're in an area that doesn't have hunting allowed because it's a place where people walk around on trails because you're not supposed to shoot in an area with trails, basic logic, safety, shooting gallery, why would you assume there would be hunters' trail cams? Next, putting a trail cam on a trail where people are going just seems a little creepy, especially since most of them are designed to be hard to see, and that would imply you were trying to take pictures without people's knowledge. Meanwhile, putting a security camera on a lamppost seems like a really good idea these days on every single place we can find. That's a surveillance state. Yes, we need a surveillance state when it comes to our safety in some ways. As long as it's only kept for a week, wait, that would be nice. Or maybe it should be longer. Tell me down below whether or not we should have a surveillance state everywhere that's a public area. Do you want to legally have the right to use your cell phone to record things and not have someone be able to sue you? I'm starting to think that the trail cams should be replaced with security cameras everywhere pointing along the trails so that and then everybody know, yeah, if you do anything here, you're going to be caught. I'm starting to think. Tell me what you think. So anyway, no, there wasn't a Ron Logan property trail cam in a tree. The person saying, I personally know this from a personal source and a source close to the family. I haven't found this reference anywhere else. And this was 2017, March 26th. And there's a whole bunch of speculation and then it died down because somewhere along the line, the Bridge Guy photo was told to everybody be from a cell phone. Next. A man under the west side of the Monon High Bridge. There's a picture of him. I don't know where it is, but it definitely exists. I have looked into every claim people made. They won't provide sources. This is like UFO believers refusing to do disclosure when they want the government to do it, because they don't want you to find out that you could look at a clear, unedited version of their video or photo at full resolution, because people like me will find out where the wires are or whether or not there was a bug flying at the camera instead of some rocket going Mach 5. I love that one guy just like put it up. Oh, it was going supersonic. It's a recording on a camera and you didn't have the sound turned on for that one recording out of the hundreds where you have sound, because then there'd be a supersonic crack. Oh, it didn't make any sound. It was sound free. Right. So let's move on. It was a bug. So anyway, next. A YouTuber putting up a video telling people to unsubscribe from other people's channels. That's what the person's doing. Telling people they shouldn't trust other channels, getting mad at them, sometimes doing it because of good reasons, I guess, even reasons I might agree with. And apparently, this is an assertion, I don't know if it's true. The person went on for a 1 hour or more long rant, yapping about this stuff. And for like 2 seconds mentioned me or alluded to me. And that's not designed, engineered, nearly evolved. No. This is the intelligent design of memes and drama making. That's clearly what seems to be going on with at least some of the content on the channel. and the group of people in the comment section, none of which disagreed with him. Maybe he had a good point. Maybe they just like brigading. So here we go. It was mentioned to me, someone's not trying to get me into a drama thing with them. If I get really bored, instead of watching dash cam videos, which are much more entertaining, I'll watch the video and sit through the hours and hours of content that never get to a point in a short period of time like you should. And I'll see if there's anything to this. Next, if anybody's watching, if anybody out there is reviewing YouTube channels and giving them, shout outs and shout downs, as we used to call it, okay, that's cool. We can review each other, I guess. But I don't know if that's any use. I have a really shitty format that I've gotten used to doing. It's kind of just become comfortable. And very importantly, no one has to watch. You can downvote. YouTube removed the downvote function. All you're going to do is tell me you don't like it. I don't look at the downvotes because why would anybody look at the downvotes? It's not relevant. It's so easy to hit a downvote button and run off. The analytics I don't look at. I don't look at any of this. I don't monetize. I don't ebag. Channels that are interested in this subject matter this way, as far as judging a channel if they're just doing it for exploitation purposes, okay. But why would you tell people to unsubscribe from... Okay, here we go. I want everyone to unsubscribe from every Delphi channel. Wait a week and then resubscribe to the ones you want. Now, that's not telling you that they're bad. Some of us are subscribed because we can't keep track of the channels. Some of us make one bookmark stack of nothing but channels on a specific subject. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. What I do is I just take advantage of the fact that I just add them to my channels I suggest to people. I have a whole stack of them. They're just people that I have contact with and communicate with and have not ever had a problem with, or even if I did, they turn out to be rational, sane people. And somebody might look at them, if you actually spent time on that, you'd notice that about half of them have a completely different political opinion to me. They cover subjects that aren't things I ever cover. Imagine that. Or they cover subjects I cover too. Or I just flat out steal from them because they're really good reference sources. But I've never pointed out to anybody that I do that. I do it so I can find them. I don't tell people I'm endorsing this channel or telling you shouldn't use them because I don't see that that would be useful. A person who has a good opinion of what I'm doing would check my links and find I'm linking to half the channels they're talking about. And I normally go for text sources so you can just read it and scan it and do it. But I do videos once in a while. So what don't I subscribe to or tell people to subscribe to? Anybody who spends several hours talking and not getting to a point. Some people, that's the only way they can do something. I understand that. I've had teachers like that. They were brilliant, but they needed an hour to explain, quantum physics. This isn't quantum physics. But then again, I'll do dozens of videos on a subject instead of one long one. Different strokes. I can't sit through an hour and a half, but I'll do it today because the unReal noChill gratis individual has posted something, and apparently I've been mentioned. I just must view it. Okay, I'm being a jerk here. I'm doing a Shatner level dramaticism, but I will check on it to see if there's anything said in it about other channels that is of any use. And if I never make a video reviewing the video or the channel that did this, I didn't find anything that I can add anything to, or maybe anything I found valuable in it. That's not a negative or positive. It's just that I'm a meh, I don't care. But I do appreciate someone telling me about this. Also, I recommend don't unsubscribe for someone who throws has a hissy fit on a YouTube channel or diligently tells you what they think. I don't think that's a good idea because maybe they're really useful, just not that day. People get drunk once in a while. People say stupid stuff sometimes. Me too. Let's all be nice to each other. So anyway, reviewing. There isn't anybody under the damn bridge for the umpteenth time, and this time someone didn't even tell me why. There isn't any trail camera otherwise on Ron Logan property that was brought up. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.